this session. And we will begin. So again, today's day 7. Welcome to day 7, all about the essay part 3, and we're going to be going into the next session after this, and I'm going to try to fly through this as fast as I can, at least this part, so we can get to the big chunk that's at the bottom. I do want to give you all an update. So Swami will be doing the stipends starting, or is going to be requesting the stipends next week. So make sure that you finish all the assignments. Make sure that you catch up on assignments you have not done so. If you need, I can actually show you after this which assignments that you need to do, just so that we can get a quick update. And I will send you a private message on which ones you need to complete. But right now, we're going to be doing the riddle of the day. We're going to be doing the assignment check-in. We're going to be doing the assignment reflection, like I mentioned, choosing the essay, all that fun stuff. So for this first riddle, and Julia, you're sleepy, but you're okay. Yeah, it's always tough waking up early during the summer, so I feel you. But the riddle of the day is: the more you take of me, the more you leave behind. What am I? The riddle is: the more you take of me, the more you leave behind. What am I? Thank you. This is one that I got tricked up on before from some of my friends. So the riddle is: the more you take of me, the more you leave behind. Destiny, do you think you got it?
Steps.
You said steps?
Yeah.
There you go. Footsteps is the answer. Nice. Have you heard that one before?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I figured. I feel like this is a pretty average one. But thank you for that guess. So this one is the assignment check-in and reflection. So Julia and Destiny, I know that you completed the Not the College essay assignment. So I just want you to think, like, how did you feel about the assignment? Was there anything that troubled you? And then did it take you more or less time than you thought? And yeah, feel free to talk, Destiny. Feel free to talk, Julia, as well.
And for me, it didn't take that much time because I was writing this one that I'm very passionate about, and it was like, I chose, I think, number 3, wherever, like your go-to like order or something at a restaurant or something like that.
Yeah,
And I just feel like I had a lot to say about the topic. So yeah, I had a good time. I enjoyed that project.
that's good. That's good. How about you, Julia? How did you feel about the Not the College essay? It was pretty fun. It took you a bit longer than you actually thought because you had to remember something. Yeah, yeah. It makes you think and it makes you just process what you need to do. And hold on, just so that you are aware. This week is week 2. The assignment I'm talking about is assignment 1. So make sure to come into the folder, click on the original, and if you need, you can create a copy. And then you just answer one of the prompts. Again, for anyone else that is looking to complete the assignment. So this reflection piece is, so we're going to do the first question. What do you think was the goal of this particular assignment? And again, you can just come off mute or you can type it in the chat, but what do you think the goal of this assignment was?
I think to like add as much detail as you can, and make sure that it's like interesting and engaging.
Mhm. Those are all pretty accurate. To prepare you for writing college essays. Yes, of course, we always want to prepare you for college essays. So yeah, it was both of those. It's just making sure that you understand, like, being able to add details is a big part of that essay writing process, and of course, just to get you in the habit of actually typing and writing stuff. Uh, the next question is, what is one thing that you learned about your writing style? Did you learn anything new about your writing style? Did you kind of confirm what you've already done about your writing style?
Because I just really like to write. So yeah, and I haven't like done any like free writing in a long time. So yeah, it just brought up that feeling again.
Didn't learn anything new, so just basically confirm like your style of writing. which is good. And then again, why did I give you multiple prompts? I think this one's obvious because we are going to pick essay prompts. So what we're gonna do now is just go back and look at the college essay prompts again. And I actually have them in the week assignment. It's actually part of assignment 2. So I'm gonna pull this up and we're gonna just go through it. Again, we talked about some of these essay prompts earlier. We talked about what it goes through in terms of choosing one. But the main thing is you just want to pick one that you feel the most connected to and you feel like you can write the most about. The first one, it talks about identity, background, or interest or talent that is just like obvious to you, that's specific to you, that you can write about for a long time. The next one is the lessons we take from obstacles that we encounter can be fundamental to later success. What kind of time when you face a challenge, setback, or failure, how did it affect your experience? Reflection on the time where you question or challenge a belief or idea, what prompted your thinking. Reflect on something that someone has done for you that has made you happy or thankful in a surprising way. And this is actually a new question. I haven't seen this one before. They had an older one where it was talk about a space that's safe, or like a place that you call home. Discussion, accomplishment, realization, or event that sparked a period of personal growth and new understanding of yourself or others. Describe a topic, idea, concept you find so engaging that makes you lose all track of time. Why does it captivate you? What or who do you turn to when you want to learn more? This again is another one that they added this piece. Why did it captivate you? And what or who do you turn to? Those are new to this one. And then this one is again, it's kind of a free write, share an essay topic on any topic of a choice. Can be one you've already written. Can be one that answers your own prompt. And part of this assignment is just creating a copy of this document. And again, it's going to be an assignment 2. And then you just create a copy and then you just highlight the assignment that you want. So what I'm going to do for you now is just to make your life easier so that you can have the assignment already set, another assignment set. I'm going to put this in the chat and then just take some time to pick. So literally just click, create a copy, and then just upload it to the drive. And hold on, if you need any help with that, like feel free to reach out, or if anyone needs any help with that, like please let me know. But just take some time to make a copy for yourself and then highlight the assignment that you want to choose. Again, that's the next assignment that we have for everyone today. And of course, if you need contact info, that's day 7. But we have day 7 continued. So again, this is going to be more of the main focus of today's lesson, just because again we have a shorter week, so I actually broke down this session into 2 different parts. This part is just all about the essay part 4. And we're going to talk a little bit about the college fair final project. We're going to do a little bit of time management workshop, and then we are going to do a final wrap up. So again, the college fair final project, some things of what you want to expect is that we will be having some form of presentation. Again, you do not have to come off mute, or you can type it in the chat, but we will be having some form of Google Slide or Google Sheets or Google, whatever you want to use, Canva if you would like. And make sure that you're picking a school that you're interested in learning about. If you want to figure out exactly where to find information about the college fair final project, if you just go to the senior seminar folder, the main folder, and you just click this assignment right here, it'll give you the details of it. So again, just to remind you, for this assignment, please choose a school that you are interested in learning more about. You will create a presentation about that college as if you were an admission counselor. Think about the type of questions you would ask an admissions counselor and answer them in the presentation. And some of these examples or questions are answered. So again, you can add these pieces, and this is going to be I'm going to be looking for mostly answering these questions. But if there's anything else that you find interesting, or if there's anything else that you think is mentioned, like good to mention, like make sure to add it in. I wish I had an example of what that looks like, but unfortunately I do not. But again, if you need to get to the actual assignment, I'm just going to go to the main senior seminar page, going to and then you are going to just follow these directions. And I recommend using either Canva as presentation or Google Slides, so it's easy to share. Are there any questions about the final project for this course? Or is that pretty straightforward? And this is going to be due on week 6. All set?
Yeah, I have a question.
What's up?
Like the essay, do I have to write essay for some
Yes.
reason?
So yeah, that's assignment 1 for this week.
Okay.
And if you have questions, again, feel free to email me if you need. So, Julia, any questions about the final project? Or no? Or you're all set? Okay. So again, this is going to be due week 6. I'm going to be reminding you again later on. And actually, once we move towards the end of the summer, this is going to be your main assignment to focus on. So just be aware about that. So next, we're going to be talking a little bit about time management. And this is something that I think is super important, especially as you transition into senior year and even as you move into college. Making sure that you understand time management is something that is super important. And Kamaya, if you're there, if you have any comments about time management, like you can unmute yourself, you can type it in the chat, but time management is definitely super important when it comes to senior year. So questions to start off, right? So, and I'm actually gonna just use this as a regular presentation. So questions to start off, user reaction if you agree with the following statement. So the first one is you felt overwhelmed by schoolwork at least, time management. At least once this year. And again, you can use check mark. You can just say in the chat yes or no. Or you can use first question. You have felt overwhelmed by schoolwork at least once this year. And Kamaya, you can answer 2 if you would like, use a reaction. Or you can just come up with me. Okay. So two checks, yep. So moving on to the next one so you can clear your reactions. And again, if you need, you can also just type yes in the chat if you just want to do that. The next one is you have turned in an assignment late this year. And this is during the school year. If you would like to use the chat, feel free to do so. Or if you want to unmute yourself, whatever that gives me a sign. The next one is you have not completed 1 or more homework assignments this year. A lot of check marks here. And honestly, that is understandable. This year has been quite a challenge. All right, next question. You have felt well prepared for all tests and quizzes. Shocked face. I see. Destiny or hold on, you can just type in the chat or. And then the last one, I said you can, so we're answering these and you can just say if you agree or don't agree with these. This next one is you write down all assignments in an agenda or notebook designated for this purpose. So something to organize yourself.
Okay.
Okay. See. So it looks like you reacted all the time. And these are just questions to start off with. Again, like this is an exercise just to kind of get you thinking about what ways time management comes up. So again, it sometimes comes up with being overwhelmed with schoolwork. It comes up of being prepared or unprepared. But that's the point of this session today. And there are some misconceptions about time management. So one, time management is nothing but common sense. And that's not necessarily true. It takes more than just common sense in order to actually have good time management skills, and it actually takes some practice. I do well in school, so I must be managing my time effectively. I mean, that's not necessarily the case. Some students can do really well in school, but still be overwhelmed with stuff outside of school. Also, students come from different experiences, different backgrounds, different living situations. So just because you're doing well in school doesn't mean you're necessarily having the best time management skills. No matter what I do, I won't have enough time. Again, you can make time for anything. Just depends on how much effort and how much dedication you want to put into it. Time management, it works better under pressure and it takes all the fun out of life. So for some students, they may feel like you work better under pressure, but there's actually studies that show if you cram last minute, if you try to do everything just off of cramming, you actually get more wrong than if you prepare through an extended amount of time. And it takes all the fun out of life. Of course, it's great to be spontaneous. Of course, it's great to, just kind of do things when you want. But that also builds up a habit of procrastination and waiting for the last minute, and that adds unnecessary stress to your life. So, misconceptions about time management. So, how do you manage your time? So first is just making sure you set goals for yourself, right? Making sure you set goals, and actually there's a specific part that says SMART goals. So SMART goals is an acronym. So it's specific goals. So you want the goals to be specific to you. So what I would like you all to do is in the chat, just think of one goal that you want for the summer program and just type it in the chat. What's one goal, one specific goal that you want to set for yourself about the summer program this year? And again, you can just type it in the chat. Again, what's one specific goal that you have for yourself for the summer program? And if you need some time to think about it, I'm going to keep moving on, but I want everyone to write at least one goal that they have for themselves during the summer program, one specific goal. The next is that the goal should be measurable. So you should be able to see if you are actually completing it on an actual scale. So an example of a measurable goal is like, I want to eat more vegetables, or I want to, I want to use my phone less. Again, on the phone, you can actually see if you are using your phone less. They have a screen time piece if you have an iPhone. If you don't, they also have apps that allows you to see it. So that's a measurable goal. Also eating more fruits, like you have more fruits in your fridge, you have more, you're feeling better, you're feeling good, but that's a measurable goal. Attainable, so you want it to be something that you can actually do. So again, if you were like, hey, I want to drink more water, you can always drink more water. You're like, I want to graduate college like this year. Like, I mean, you can do that, but at the same time, that's not as attainable as just saying, hey, I want to try to drink more water. Relevant, again, relevant is just talking about, it has to be relevant to what you are looking for, what your goal, what your future is, what you're looking to achieve in your future. But it should be relevant to you. It should be relevant to your moment. It should be relevant to whatever activities that you're doing. And then time bound. So typically that comes in the form of deadlines. Sorry about the car alarm outside. But time bound is making sure that you have a set goal in mind. So for me, if I was to say, I want to go to make sure that we have at least one student come um, to to our activities during the summer session, I know that I have until that first week of August to have that goal set. Um, the next piece of this is after making goals is making a schedule. And this could be in any form that you want. So it can be through your phone, it can be through a calendar, it can be through any kind of schedule, it can be through a scheduling app, it can be through a planner, but you just want to make sure that you have a schedule for yourself, whether that be written down or even mentally or even on your phone. And then as always, you want to come back and revisit and revise your plan. So when it comes to actual planning, so it a plan is never set. It's always being improved, it's always being revisited, and it's always being updated. So things can change, things can happen. So whenever you have a plan in mind, make sure that you're revisiting it and you're changing those to fit the needs of. But again, I just want everyone to at least write one goal that they have for the summer program in the chat before the end of today's session. So
Goal. My
yes, hold
goal.
on. What's up?
My goal is to finish my application for college.
Finish your application for college. That's a pretty good goal. You can definitely get that done. And obviously we can work on getting that done together. Destiny or Julia, do you have any goals in mind that you have for this summer program? Understand math more and be able to be better writing, be able to better your college essay writing for schools. Got you. That's a really good goal. And I think that is super achievable. Complete all your assignments on time. That's a great goal. And I think everyone should have that goal. We want to make sure that you're completing these assignments so that you can get the stipend, so that you can get that money that you deserve once we finish. And hopefully you get the full amount. Honestly, just being here is part of it, and do the homework. Honestly, I try to make homework as easy as possible. Some of the other classes, I don't know what they're doing, but I try to make it super easy. So hopefully you can complete all that. So this next is tips to better your time management. One, again, write out your goals using that SMART scale. So being specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and time bound. Creating a schedule. So again, using a planner, using your phone, using, if you want to write it out, if you want to do it on the web, you can do whatever you want. Block out specific time. So when I say block out specific times, it's kind of give yourself that schedule of saying, okay, I'm going to give myself 1 hour to do this homework, 2 hours to do this homework, and I'm going to give myself 3 hours, 4 hours of play. I'm going to make sure you use the bathroom, make sure to do this, but give yourself specific time slots of how much work you can be done. One thing that I see that works a lot is if you do 1 hour of work, take at least 15 to 20-minute breaks, because it allows you to break up your day and allows you to break up your workflow. So it gives you better motivation to do so. And then the next is make a to-do list. So again, your phone, write it out on your like notes, write it out on reminders because they have those, write it out on a piece of paper, whatever you use to help you be better in terms of time management. And also use a planner. So using a planner is something that not everybody does, that not everybody might want to do, but it can be very useful for some people. Writing out your assignments for the week, writing out maybe what activities you're going to plan for the weekend. It allows you to really see what your week is going to look like, and it allows you to follow those steps and become better at managing your time. Kamaya, do you have any tips or tricks about time management that have been useful for you or that have been effective for you? And just let me know if you're here.
I'm here.
Okay, got you.
It's just my connection was going in and out. But okay, so time management, one thing I say would be your best friend that's going to be your best friend in college is your calendar. Either whether it's the regular calendar or Google Calendar, it's going to be your best friend, because if something slips your mind when it comes to assignments, it automatically goes on your calendar. Your Zoom links automatically go on your calendar. And that's one key I learned to do from my mom. I would also say that yes, a planner is useful, but like I said, a calendar is really going to be useful because you're on your phone all the time. So it's something you can look at every single day. I use it for my work schedule. I use it for my school schedule. I use it for my due dates for school, and that's something that you really want to get used to and something you really want to make use of.
Yes, absolutely. Calendar is definitely super important. I have calendars on my computer. I have calendars on my cell phone. I have calendars on my work phone just to make sure that I'm super organized. And then what I would like to do is just give you some time to say if you have any things that you do specifically that keeps you organized and keeps you better, being better at managing your own time. Like, do you hold on, Destiny or Julia, do anything that you feel helps you stay on track in terms of like homework, schoolwork, anything? Notes app on your phone. I use Notes as well. It's a really good tool, especially if you have multiple devices. Transfer those. Destiny, your hold on, anything that you do that helps you better manage your time?
Yes. If I don't use my phone, I will do my work. So
Mhm.
sometimes I go far away from my phone. Go far
Okay,
away.
so I got you. So like put your phone in a different place so that you can work on specific like your homework.
Yes.
I think that's a good one too. Like being away from your devices. You agree with Julia and Kamaya using notes and also using a calendar. I think those are kind of the biggest ones, especially since we're in the technological age. But yeah, like time management comes in so many different forms. Um, and as part of it, what I like to do is just make sure that you get organized. Music apps, lo-fi, we love lo-fi. I'm a big fan. And then, so what we're gonna do now is just start getting organized, right? So we're gonna take 15 minutes just to work on picking a school for your project, confirming your essay prompt, and then this last one is actually gonna be optional. I've decided in my mind that I wanna make this assignment optional. But I want you to take at least 15 minutes, do some research, listen to some music, do whatever. I'll actually put some music on in the background. I'll put some lo-fi on, and I'll stop my screen share. But we just want to do some research on the school. And then two is try to pick, say, what I'll do is also give you the link again to the Google Drive so that you can look at the essay prompts one more time. So I'm gonna give you 15 minutes. Just do whatever work. And then if you do pick a school, if you end up picking a school, you can either text me or send me an email, or send me a direct message on Zoom to be like, hey, I picked this school, and then I'll have a conversation about it with you. So do some research that you want to pick a school for your final project, and then try to pick an essay prompt. If you can't do that within the 15 minutes, that's okay. But again, the Drive link is there if you need the college essays. And again, create a copy and then just add the copy to the senior seminar page.
I pick UMass Boston.
You want to pick UMass Boston? Okay, cool. So that's an easy one. So make sure you write that down somewhere so you know which school you're picking, okay? Then the essay prompt. Yeah, do some research on UMass Boston in the meantime. You can look up whatever you want, but I'm going to share my screen again. And then I'm going to play some lo-fi or cowbell. I know it's chill cow. So I'll put some lo-fi on in the background. Take 15 minutes again, just to do whatever work that you want. I'm actually going to do the recording. So for this final section, again, going to talk a little bit about this last assignment. And also to let you know that it is optional. So this last assignment is optional. So if you go to week 2, assignment 3, I'm actually going to change the name of this. Optional. So this one, I created a template of a schedule for you. And this assignment was going to be make a schedule for yourself for the final weeks of this program. So starting next week, make a schedule for yourself until week 6. Basically, what I wanted to do is give you some access to a document that allows you to get organized, that allows you to put your schedule in order. But again, it's going to be optional, so you don't necessarily need to do it, and I'll actually put it on my list as well. But again, just want to remind you that we also have the college fair final project, which is due week 6, and then also we're going to be doing the college essay first draft, and that's going to be due during week 5. So the reason why I created that schedule and allowed you to use it is just so that you can use it to kind of be organized for the remainder of the summer program. One thing that I always know is that having access to a schedule or having access to any kind of scheduling tool can really be helpful, especially for students going into senior year and going into college. So again, you have the opportunity to do that. You do not need to complete it, but it is optional, and I highly recommend that you do so. And then again, if you ever have any comments, questions, or concerns about any of these activities or any assignments that we have, please let me know. And again, one last time, I'm going to show you what we need to be doing this week. Thank you for sending me those schools, and I will write them down in my list. So I will keep that. And if you want to change schools at any point, feel free to do that as well. Holden already told me hers. I got yours, Destiny. I got yours, Julia. And I will write them down in my own little list on the attendance sheet, so then I know who's doing what school. But again, please reach out to me if you need anything. So before we end today's session, what I'm going to do is going to type in the chat the assignments that you need to complete in order to be eligible for the stipend. Julia and Destiny, you are all set in terms of completing the assignments. And then I will send a message. I will also be making sure to update everyone about the stipends as well. But thank you for joining me today for today's session. I hope you enjoyed the lo-fi. I hope you learned a little bit about time management, and hopefully we actually got those assignments done. But I will make sure to keep your choices for schools on a list. And if you ever want to change it, please let me know. But with that, please enjoy the rest of your day. Please enjoy the rest of the week, and I will see you tomorrow. All righty, bye. Have a good one.